Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning. You're watching PTV World and today only with Shazad Hashmi. You're watching World This Morning. Unfortunately, Shazad cannot join us because he has some other, understandings and places to go to. But he will be here next week and today is Friday. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the week. We love heading out to the weekend because obviously Shazad and I have to take a day off from the show as well. But we miss being with you, so we will be there on Monday as well. Okay, you know what? I just make a slight mistake. I had to say Thursday. It's not Friday yet, so it's Thursday. Anyway, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful, clear day outside. And the reason for me being so energetic and looking great early in the morning is because of this dress, which has been given to us by Khas. Thank you, Khas brand, for sponsoring our shows. And before we move on to what we are talking about today, and I assure you it is very interesting and informative, let's head out to take a look at the top stories for this hour. Prime Minister Imran Khan assures the nation that PTI government will steer the country out of current economic crisis through various policy interventions, including strengthening of state institutions, ensuring accountability, creating investment-friendly climate, boosting the business and exports, and promoting housing and construction industry. And as we know, New York's pop-up museum of pizza in Brooklyn delights pizza fans with interactive experiences of all things cheesy. The museum's founder said that Museum of Pizza is a place to celebrate knowledge, discovery, and pop culture around the world of pizza. How interesting is that? And Pakistan thrashed Australia by 66 runs in the first T20 of three-match series in Abu Dhabi. Pakistan leads the series by 1-0. Well, these were the top stories for the hour, and now it's time to reveal what we're talking about today. So we've done this before, ladies and gentlemen, and as far as I can remember, I've done this alone as well. Shazad was not there the other day as well. We are talking about martial arts, different types of martial arts, the scenario of martial arts in Pakistan, and how Pakistanis are indulging in it and taking it as a hobby, as a profession, as a passion. And to talk about this, we have actually been joined by some very apt guests who are performing and teaching martial arts all across Pakistan. They have their own dojos, and when we say dojos, they're actually the centers where they teach all these kinds of karates and other martial arts, and they are now branching out to all parts of Pakistan, so that all that he wants to do is actually to make the youth of Pakistan fit and actually be very active and participating in all different types of martial arts. So on my right hand side, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by someone who is titled Shihan after his long years of learning. He's called Shihan Raja Khalid. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you for being here.
Wa alaikum salam.
And Shihan Raja Khalid happens to be the president of Kyokushin Pakistan Federation. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes.
Also the chairman of Mixed Martial Arts Pakistan Federation. He teaches there, and he is actually the brain behind all of this, and also the Grand Master Full Contact Karate. And next to Mr. Raja Khalid, we have with us, she's been here before, she's a very beautiful lady and a very active and fit one as well, Aliza Butt, who happens to be a yoga, aerobics and CrossFit trainer. Assalamu alaikum, thank you for being here.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm good, perfect.
And we're so glad to have you again on the show.
Thank you so much.
Next to Aliza, we have Khalid Qureshi, who actually happens to be, who was a student of Raja Khalid over here as well, and now he is a trainer in his dojo. So we have Khalid Qureshi over here with us, who happens to be a black belt 6th dan, right? And also a trainer. And he is here especially from Chakwal just to attend our show. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being here. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Thank you,
and next to Mr. Khalid Qureshi, we have a girl, and okay, this is a very interesting story. We will discuss it later as well, but just for a quick introduction, she has studied public administration, quite an amazing degree to study in Pakistan. But then to go offline, she, actually chose to go off track, and then she chose to be a physical trainer. And then she came to her, Raja Khalid's dojo to learn all forms of martial arts. And she is called Hina Mehreen. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. So let's get the conversation started. Shihan Raja Khalid, who happens to be a black belt 6th dan as well. Yes. Sir, first of all, for so many years, you've been learning karate in different forms of martial arts, not only karate, from Pakistan, Japan, and the US.
Yes.
And then you decided to settle in Pakistan.
Yes.
Why and what inspired you?
Actually, when I was learning from different part of the world, the martial arts, I always felt in my heart, my country, my youth need me.
Right.
A lot of time I visited back to Pakistan and participated in different demos and the tournaments. Okay. And I feel I belong to here in this country.
The
not
heart
there.
belongs to Pakistan.
Yes. So that's why I decided to move here to give a chance to my youth, especially that youth have no chance to go participate in different part of the world for the tournaments, what they learn here, what they're being taught here. So I came only for that purpose. I want to give them a chance. They never have it before.
Well, that's beautiful. You learned a lot and now you want to contribute and give back to your country, right? But before we move on to all of them, I want you to explain to me and all the viewers out there as well. It says that you're a black belt 6 dan.
Yes.
Now, we understand that there are different colors of belt and it is related to levels, of course. You learn when you get better. But what is 6 dan and how do you achieve that? How long does it take to be there?
It took me 42 years.
42 years?
Continue
wow.
practice in martial arts.
Wow.
In Kyokushin karate. And I got this 6 dan title they call Shihan.
Okay.
And there is a lot of belts in every different styles. But I do Kyokushin Kai karate.
Okay.
Now I belong to a World So Kyokushin karate organization.
Right.
Our belts start from the first degree. When they start is a white belt.
Okay.
From white belt they go to orange belt. Then is a blue belt, yellow belt, green belt, brown belt. Then it comes to a master degree they call black belt.
Right.
After black belt, so many years of practice, they got first dan, then it goes to a second dan, third dan, fourth dan, 5 dan, 6 dan. So that's how it took a lot of time to reach to a 6 dan.
Okay, wow, that's amazing, you know. But you know, all of these, they happen to be your students. How did you find them? I mean, Aliza happens to be the perfect aerobics teacher, Mr. Khalid Qureshi, and then Hina. How did you collect all these people in a perfect place?
I am trying to hunt what you call talent. I'm trying to hunt a talent.
Right,
so I have a lot of, you know, in the newspapers ads and on the Facebook everywhere. So that's how Miss Alize ended up to my dojo.
Okay.
When she came for interview, I see clearly she's a master in her profession.
Wow. And sir, these are pictures from your dojo as well? Can you explain what is happening, the acts?
This is a picture from Japan.
Okay.
When I am getting training from my master, Hanshi Oishi Daigo.
Okay.
That's our world headquarters in Japan.
Okay, great.
So he's training me. He's actually sparring with me there. And that's a tournament. I'm present there in the tournament.
Wow.
And these 2 guys get first and second position in the tournament.
Oh, brilliant.
And that's also my teacher. Same. That's Hasigawa Hanshi. That's the other very executive person in our organization in the world.
Okay, that sounds great. Now moving on to Aliza. Aliza, as your trainer, your professor has already said that you were the right person to do the job. When was the time, 5 years ago, you started doing aerobics and everything, but how did you realize that this is what you want to do and this is what you'll be good at?
Firstly, I just started for myself. I want to be like perfect
Physically
body,
perfect,
physically perfect, lean, zero figure type. And then when I get to in, I just started to love exercise.
Okay.
I love to lose weight from different peoples. I love to do that. People come to me and ask me, when I'm doing exercise in the gym, people love to ask me, you're perfect. How can you do it? How can you do it? Then I start teaching them. Then like this, I just want to be, then I start taking classes from Fitness Planet.
Okay.
And then they certified me as a fitness trainer in aerobics and CrossFit training. I love to do more natural exercises more than gym.
More than, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
So you're saying that even if you don't go to gym, there are ways that you can perform aerobics and yoga at home.
Exactly, at home.
Okay, but we'll come to that. I want you to explain differently, you know, things that we can do at home. But before that, Mr. Khalid Qureshi, I want you to tell us how when you were a student to Mr. Raja Khalid over here, what was the experience back then? And now you're a trainer. How does it feel now?
It's very honor for me. I get trained from Shihan Raja Khalid. It was very tough time for me when I start this martial arts. Feeling very, feel many difficulties.
Right, right.
I was beaten by Shihan and students. Then this reward of my beaten, I got difficulties, and now reward I am a teacher, and I am teaching this, conveying this knowledge to my students.
Now you're a black belt 6 dan too, right?
4 dan, madam, sorry.
4 dan,
yes,
okay, I'm so sorry for that. 4 dan, so, and how long did that take you to get there? For how many years have you been doing?
I started in age of 15. Now I have 35 years experience in this
You
field.
started at 15?
15, age of 15.
So, okay, so what is the right age for a child or for anyone who's interested in karate or martial arts to begin?
In my view, it's no age from it's learning. As you're learning from grade to grade, it's the same this way. In 4 or 5 years, child can take
start taking the training at 4 or 5 years, you said.
4 years,
is that safe for them?
Yeah, yes, 100% safe.
Okay.
And it is they can get discipline from early life.
Okay,
and,
yeah, that's true.
Up to, yeah. And they strengthen their mind and they strengthen their health from starting and up to end. And daily you are eating and daily you are everything. You need daily exercise.
Exercise, right.
And your fitness.
So that's great. So you're saying it's healthy for kids as well and for elders as well.
Very essential for kids and everybody, every age of.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Now moving on to Hina. I've told your story, but I want you to tell us your story.
Well, I was just a normal student, like others. I was just too much into studies, just only studies.
Okay.
Then after some time, I realized that only studies are not that much important. You also have to be into something which can make you more perfect.
Right.
Because when you're perfect physically, you can perform well mentally too. So that's why I decided to get into something which involves physical activity.
Right,
That's why I came into this field.
Well, I'm really glad you actually mentioned mental fitness and mental health as well. You know, we live in a state, you know, not only in Pakistan, actually all around the globe. If we're teenagers, if we're grown-ups, no matter who it is, we are facing mental health problems, you know. There are difficulties. We are going through stress every day on every single level.
Yes.
So one of the most, you know, possible and the positive ways to channel your energy in a positive way, as we just said, is performing martial arts. Is that true? And do you actually convince your students to do that? I mean, do you think this is the right way to release your stress?
This is I think any kind of physical activity, any kind of exercise is the best way to release your stress.
Okay.
And martial arts training, it's very tough. Actually, it's very beneficial for your health.
Okay.
When you do that. And plus point is you also learn the self-defense with that.
Right, right.
You also learn with the martial arts training self-control.
Self-control.
The main problem in whole world everywhere today is to self-control.
True.
If anybody have a control on their self, the life can be very easy.
More than half of the problems will be solved.
Yes.
And you know, since you're talking about self-defense, we cannot deny the fact that everyone is probably open to the threat of, you know, being violated. Violence is so common nowadays, and I think it is very imperative and very important for girls, boys, men, women of all ages to know how to defend themselves in situations that they can run out of. That's true, right? So do a lot of girls usually come up to you because you do look physically so fit that you might teach all these things to them? Do they ask you how can they defend themselves or some simple, quick techniques of self-defense?
Yeah, exactly. They always ask me, how can we defend, like in very short time, how can we learn self-defense?
Right.
So in our branch, we can teach self-defense.
Have you learned self-defense?
Yeah, exactly.
And was there any incident where you had to actually practice it in your real life?
They live in Pakistan, and there's a lot of incidents.
Can you share one?
Usually, I always fight on road and street.
You do?
Yeah, exactly. They always like teasing you. They always, when you're driving somewhere, they say, "Oh, hello, how are you?"
And then you fight
exactly. They stop. Sometimes I tell you one story. I'm passing through, like I'm coming to a job.
Okay.
So one guy come to the motorcycle and he said hello. So I just drive. Then suddenly he come in front of my car.
Okay.
And he stopped. He stopped me. I really like you. I need your number. I just fed up, or I just come out and just kick like this. he just fell and down. He said. Then suddenly people come and they said, "What's happened? What happened?" I said nothing. I just sit down and.
Wow, look at that. I mean, that is very courageous of you. But then again, you know, this is true. This happens a lot of time. There are some people who are not probably well educated. They do not know how to behave with, you know, people or out in the markets. Pakistani, some of the Pakistani men we're talking about here. You did the right thing. You actually showed them, you know what, I know self-defense. You kicked him.
Yeah, exactly.
And he flew away. He was weaker than you.
He fell down.
Wow. Now, that's brilliant, you know. Now, Khalid Qureshi Saab, you know, Raja Khalid is actually expanding in all corners of Pakistan now. It's not only that, you know, elite people from Islamabad are going to learn martial arts. He wants that all people, all sorts of people from different walks of life need to learn this. You belonging to Chakwal, do you feel like people actually belonging to different segments of Pakistan have such awareness that they send their children to learn such things?
Yes, in everywhere in Pakistan, they know the importance of martial arts, and they're sending their children, and also in Chakwal, a background, they're sending their females and girls also for this martial arts.
Girls as well.
I'm training also girls and childs.
Right.
Both.
But that's brilliant, right? I mean, it's great to have such awareness. But, Hina, was there such a point where you had to convince your parents, you know, it's okay if I'm a girl? Did they ever? I'm pretty sure they might have, that, you know, this is something only for guys. You should not, you've studied such a good thing. Why are you going to learn this? Did they?
Of course, they were shocked for the first time when I told them that I want to do martial arts and that. And they were like, why you just want to do it? What's the need? Then I told them that it's not just you do just the job and just you study all the time. It's that sometimes you need something different in your life so that you can meet the challenges of your life, and because you have to go through so many things in your life. It's just not one thing, one criteria or one aspect of life you're taking care of. And now as fields are so much and you have to be diverse all the time, and you have to think multiple things, because as today's age everything is so fast, you have to come up with that mental level. You have to make your physical state up to that mental level, so that when you want to do your best, you're physically fit enough to achieve your goals. That's why I just...
And are you enjoying doing this?
Absolutely.
How long has it been?
It's been almost a year.
Almost a year, but that's brilliant. We wish you all the good of luck. Best of luck, actually, not only good luck. But coming back to Khalid Qureshi Saab, since you're from Chakwal, our producers especially want you to ask this from you. You know, Chakwal is very famous for its dry fruits, and especially revriyan in desi ghee. Is it true? Does that help you in, you know, working out or probably learning martial arts?
No, it is another subject.
Okay. It's not related to that?
No, it's
but we really,
another subject.
But maybe next time you come, you can bring it for us.
Why not? Why not? Sure.
Now, Raja Saab, you know, before we were talking, right before the show, you said that there's a wrong concept of karate in Pakistan. Or when you say karate or when you mention martial arts to anyone, all they think about is, oh, are you learning to fight? Are you only learning to probably kick someone, punch someone? Is that all to it? Does karate only mean fighting?
No, actually, I want to tell everybody, karate is not just a fight. You point out the right thing. Actually, everybody have a wrong concept about that. If I send to the kids to a karate dojo, a karate center, they just learn to beat up people, It's wrong. When you send your kids, karate is, first of all, your kids get healthy. They get physically fit. When they are physically fit, they also get mentally fit. When their mental is fit, they can achieve in their lives, they can achieve their goal, they can control their self, they can control their emotions, their body can grow better. It's very good for their, they only not learn fighting, we teach them fighting, but also we teach them how to control their self in any kind of situations. Martial artist person will never act like a normal person.
Okay, so he's very disciplined, you're saying.
Yes.
And you know, when you're talking about karate, especially fight, a lot of people, I have heard parents saying that it's not right to send your kids for karate because they learn to be violent. Is that true?
That's why I'm telling you, when the martial artists, when they do a practice, first 2-3 months, they, very aggressive. Oh, I am learning karate, I am this and that. When they spend a little more time, they start becoming a calm.
Okay.
We teach them how to control their self.
In your dojos?
Yes, right? in our dojos, in our routine practice, every day we teach them how to control their strength we are giving them, how they can control their body, you know, when suddenly the body want to act in any kind of motions against them. So trust me, one is a karate kid and one is a normal kid. Maybe the normal kid try to slap a karate kid, but karate kid will avoid that.
He will know how to be patient and tolerant.
He will not respond the way the other kid be a violent, you know. He will just avoid him, you know, because we teach them how to control themselves.
Wow, that's
how
great.
to not act against of any other, you know, like a violent motion.
So you do teach them how to fight, but then you also teach them where to use that fight in the right place.
Yes,
and you know, it's great. I was reading about this last night, and it actually said that in your dojos you teach discipline, you teach how to talk to your seniors, you teach what, you know, the respect, exactly. So you're basically imparting a sort of a certain type of lifestyle to your students, which they can only learn from schools as well. So you're saying dojo, the training center, is also a sort of school. I mean, they are imparting a certain type of education there as well. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, we're headed out to a very short break. When you come back, we have some exciting performances for you guys, so stay.
Young girls in the beautiful valley of Kashmir sing and dance to the soft and lyrical music. Please enjoy the Kashmiri dance.
Basic education is the right of every child. Today, some 168 million children are in child labor, deprived of education. Every child, without discrimination, deserves access to a quality education. Basic education is the right of every child.
Welcome back to World This Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a fitness spree. The energy here is amazing, and I wish I had worn something more, favorable so I could probably perform with them. But as we promised you, that after this short break, we will have some exciting performance for you. And two of Mr. Raja Khalid's students are actually here. And can you guys come in front of the camera? And to moderate them, actually, Mr. Khalid Qureshi, who also happens to be their trainer, will be moderating them. One of them is Anil Butt. He happens to be black belt second dan, and the other is Moise Khalid, who will fight Anil Butt. He happens to be black belt first dan. Okay, you will give the commands, right, Khalid Qureshi? Please go ahead.
Ice.
Shihan Raja Khalid, can you also explain what this act is?
Yes, this is just a sparring.
Okay.
How we teach them to fight, and when they perform a fight in a tournament and in a dojo daily practice, that's how they fight.
Okay.
In a different martial arts styles, they don't kick lower than the belts.
Okay.
And you see those guys, they are kicking on the thighs. That's how we call shin attack, low kick. It's actually a very dangerous attack. If someone is not doing a proper practice for thighs, they can't even take the one kick.
Okay.
It looks nothing when they hit on the bottom there, but
it looks very powerful.
painful, very painful. So this is just a practice they're doing now, how to prepare for the fight.
Okay, okay.
Different combination of the kicks, different combination of the punch, and they are showing their body conditioning, how they are taking the punch, but they don't feel nothing. How they are taking the kicks, but they don't feel nothing.
Right,
pain is not showing, because we done their proper conditioning of the body.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Anil Bhatt and Moise Khalid, for performing this. We will have you shortly back. And now, Mr. Shihan, I also want to ask, there were these sounds that they were producing. What do they denote?
The sounds actually becomes from the internal power is coming out. When I hit the punch like this, is not enough power in there, and is not enough movement. When I do like this, it becomes like an internal power comes out. It's gonna burst. It's gonna blow out to other person.
So you are combining all your energies to channel into that punch.
Yes.
Wow,
that's why the sound is keep coming out from their mouth.
Wow, well, that's brilliant. We will have both of them again to perform as well. But moving on to Elise, who are here, you mentioned that when we're talking about aerobics and yoga specifically, that it's not important to be in a gym to perform that.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do it at home as well.
Yeah,
Can you tell us some of very quick exercises that ladies, women, guys, anyone who wants to perform at home, they can?
Yeah, exactly. Very easy exercise. Just 4 exercises in your house. You can do it like 30 burpees. Okay. 30 repetitions of burpees, 30 jumping jacks, and 30 jumping ropes, and plus 30 knees high kick. Just doing 4 exercises, you can burn almost around about 300 calories. If you do it like 3 sets of 4 exercises, you can burn easily 600 calories.
Wow.
You don't need
at
to
home.
go. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you don't need to go to the gym. Exactly.
So are the results different for when you perform at home or at gym?
Yeah, maybe it's a motivational level in class. That when I'm teaching in a class, there is a motivational level. Lot of people's around you, lot of people's like you, like heavy people's. No one like.
Did you just call me a heavy person? No, but it's okay.
Not you. Like some people's are heavy, some are slims. So different people have different goals.
Okay.
So we are teaching in a class. There's a aura. There's a motivational level. Lot of more motivation level. But sometimes people won't go gym.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. They can they can do
exercise. They have reservations, right?
Yeah,
especially
exactly,
women. They don't feel comfortable going to the gym,
exactly.
but you should. I mean, the environment there is quite friendly, right?
Exactly.
And it's very favorable for women as well.
And I also want to tell that you need to do aerobics versus gym. Okay. There's a lot of difference with gym and aerobics.
Yeah.
When you go for natural thing, the results are more natural and more potential.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. You do it like with your natural body weights. Don't go for gym. Don't go for weightlifting. Don't use more machines. It's give you sag. It's just put off your water weight. It doesn't burn your calories, fat. Stubborn fat.
Okay, okay.
So always go for like natural thing. natural
so
exercise.
aerobics and yoga is a
natural thing. And yoga is not just a physical exercise, it's also good for your mental health and just your physical fitness plus physical health.
Right.
Like your lower back pain, your knees pain, your C5 sections pain.
Oh, let's talk about that. So when people age, usually, you know, there are a lot of issues with the lower back and knees. So is it good for them as well?
Yeah, exactly. I also want to tell them they just come and do exercise, do yoga. Don't go for like tablets, medicines. Yeah, it's give you a lot of energy, lot of strength to your lower back issues, knees issues, and C5 sections issues.
So that can all be resolved by doing yoga.
Exactly by yoga.
Also, when is it most effective? You know, usually in TVs we see early in the morning you have to go out probably in your sunroom and perform yoga. Is there a specific time that is more effective?
Yeah,
or you can
it's
do
good
it whenever?
do it in the morning time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good do it morning time. But if you can't do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, afternoon, no problem.
Okay. And you know, Hina, last time Eliza was here, she was telling that with girls, usually there's skin issues as well, right? We were discussing. And she mentioned that while you perform yoga or you perform any sort of physical or martial arts, you actually, it resolves your physical fitness as well. It clears your skin too. Is that true? Does that happen?
Yes, it does clears your skin because when you exercise, you sweat and it releases your toxins out. So that's why your skin becomes more radiant. After all, of course, you have to take care about your hygiene, of course.
Right.
But of course, it really enhances your color, your skin tone and everything.
Okay, that's brilliant, you know. So everyone out there who have skin issues, we are convincing you to perform yoga, aerobics or any sort of physical fitness exercise that you need to. Now this one question is to you, Mr. Raja Khalid over here and Mr. Khalid Qureshi as well. You know, this was your passion when you started.
Yes.
Now to convert your passion into a profession, it's a different task. All in all. But especially with martial arts, when you live in a country like Pakistan where a lot of people say that there's no professional future in martial arts, was it a challenge for you to do that?
Yes. I am trying to want to give the awareness to people. There is a very best future in martial arts.
Okay.
Because
professionally speaking, like in terms of profession, if you have to build
in the
career
profession,
out
if they want to join that as a profession. Because when they become a black belt, they can, like other professions, like they go to a school teacher, a professor or whatever, you know, they can become a martial arts teacher.
Okay.
They can open their own business. If they cannot open their own business, they can work for somebody who have dojos.
Okay.
Like right now, I have more than 10 employees.
Okay.
That's all karate black belts. All of them making more than 50,000 per month.
Okay, so it's basically almost the average salary that any person gets at a job, right?
Yes.
So you can build a career out of it.
Yes.
And was it easy for you as well, Khalid Qureshi, when you were being a professional trainer?
Madam, it's now a passion for me, not a profession. I am doing my own business.
Wow.
And it is I want to only educate young generation to this way.
Okay, so you have a side business and then you're training them
this
as well.
This is only passion for my young generation and for my area people to educate them in martial arts and get them knowledge about this way.
Okay.
And they are getting fitness or they are participating in highly tournaments in Asian world tournaments. My students have participated.
Wow.
And they win Asian Championship Sri Lanka.
Okay.
And also we are within under supervision Shihan. We will our team will participate in inshallah next World Cup.
Wow, that's brilliant.
This way. Not
so you're representing Pakistan in the next international.
Pakistan in 2020 April we have a world tournament in Japan.
Okay.
So inshallah. We will represent our country there.
Wow, all the good luck for that. You know, we're so proud that actually Pakistan is being represented on such a level. I mean, we usually hear, you know, this cricket is so popular, of course, then comes, you know, hockey and everything. But martial arts is something that needs to be highlighted as well. And this is what all of these people over here are doing. That's great. But since you have actually talked about, you know, your students being national athletes and international as well, do you have a probably a story to share with us of one of your students who was not a good learner in the beginning, but then you told him that this is what you need to do, and then he was the best of your students?
What happened when the kids start learning karate? He have to go a lot of stages in his during his training.
Right.
Some of them, if there is an example, if 20,000 kids get admission in a karate class, after 1 year there will be only 10,000.
Okay.
After maybe year and a half, 2 years, there will be only 200. And from 200, after 3, 4 years, 5 years, there will be only 20 black belts left.
Right,
who get the black belts. So that many people quits from the martial arts training.
So they're not persistent.
Yes.
Okay.
So but whoever stays, he
becomes
really
the best.
yes. So he is the best. So I have a lot of students who, especially in the United States, they participated in the world tournaments because I moved last year in Pakistan. And within 2 years, like I moved here in 2017, and 2020 we have a first world tournament coming.
Wow.
And I am taking more than 9 kids to participate in that tournament.
Wow.
And inshallah, with the grace of God, with the blessing of Almighty,
Inshallah.
I am hoping we will bring the trophy back.
Inshallah, of course, Pakistan deserves it, and your students especially, since you are so passionate about it. Now, Alize, you know, since we are talking about all the benefits of yoga and all the exercises that you've mentioned, you know, hormonal imbalances, especially in women, create a lot of problems.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there are some disorders, there's some issues, and also, you know, extra facial hair growth and probably, you know, wrong hair fall issues and everything. So can you also tackle those hormonal imbalances with exercises?
Exactly. Same thing. Physical fitness help you a lot.
Okay.
In your hair fall, in your hormonal imbalance. Most probably yoga can help you in a hormonal imbalance.
So only yoga, or do we have to take care of our nutrition and the diet we take as well?
Yeah, exactly. Diet is the more important.
Okay, so both of these, right?
Yeah, both of these.
And you cannot do this at home. You need a professional nutritionist or a trainer to tell you.
Yeah, a trainer, maybe a trainer, a good healthy diet.
Okay.
Just good healthy diet and physical active. You have to be active at least 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
A physical activity.
Right, right.
It's help you a lot.
Okay, so everyone out there listening to us, how many, 13 minutes you said?
30
minutes every day. It's so easy to spare. I mean, early in the morning, maybe late at night, whenever you want, it's so easy to spare. But now, very quickly, Mr. Raja Khalid, back to you again. Since you are branching out, since now you're going to be having so many places to look after, how will you, you know, make sure that the quality of the training that you're imparting is actually great? And how are you making sure that the trainers who come out are actually qualified, like black belt, if you say? They're actually, on global standards, they're very qualified. How do you make sure of that?
What happened, I have a proper committee. And all of our dojos and the martial arts centers in Pakistan belongs to my organization.
Okay.
They can issue to a brown belt.
Okay.
Black belt is a master, considered master degree.
Brown belt is second last?
Yes.
Okay.
And the black belt test, only I take that with the committee.
Okay.
With the help of committee.
Okay.
Nobody else can take the black belt test.
So you're saying you cannot graduate out of your dojo unless you take the test?
Yes.
Okay. So
and I only graduate the person who is perfect. I can see if he represent my country, go anywhere in the world, nobody will say, oh, where he got that training.
Right, right.
So that's, I have to maintain my, that standard.
Well, so you're making no compromises at the quality of the arts that you teach.
Not at all.
But that's brilliant. That is why everyone who's, you know, watching this show can come to them to learn all this. And I think before we head out to the end of the show, I think it's time for Hina, Anil and Moise again to perform what they have learned from their trainers. So for that, to bring them on stage, we're heading out to a very quick 30 seconds break probably. We will be back. Stay tuned to PTV World. Good morning. back after a short break, and we have a very great performance for you guys. Hina, actually, who was sitting with us, is going to perform right now. She happens to be a blue belt, right? And she is going to fight with Moiz Khalid, who happens to be a black belt. Let's see this. It's so exciting. So this is the basic that you were telling before as well?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, like, look, this is just a girl.
Okay.
The people, you know, have a wrong concept of the girl. They are weak and this and that. But look,
she does not look weak at all.
Yes, you can hurt the punches and you can hurt the kicks when she's hitting. And I believe if a normal person can stand in front of her, he can take
all these punches, of course.
Yes.
So why wouldn't Moiz defend?
He just trying to show how she can attack, but now he will do the defend.
Okay.
Go ahead, Moiz, you can attack too. You can do the punches and everything. Go, fight.
And now it's a two-way fight.
Yes.
Wow. Hina does not look weak
Moiz,
at all. I mean, a girl can do equally what a guy can do.
Show some
Do
lower
they
kicks,
also know
Moiz.
how to do flying kicks? I mean, there's an over-the-head kick probably.
Actually, what happened in our style, our base is if we leave your legs, then you will fight with us.
Okay.
So we pay attention, more attacks to the legs.
Lower legs, okay.
Lower legs. So.
Okay, thank you so much, Hina and Moiz, for performing that, and also for Mr. Khalid Qureshi for moderating that. It was brilliant watching you. Hina, you're so powerful. I mean, looking at you, to be honest, I felt like you're weak, and you know you cannot do this, but you have actually proved us all wrong, which is great. We're so proud of you. And ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for all of you being here. Aliza, Mr. Khalid Qureshi, Mr. Raja Khalid, Hina, Moiz, Anil Bhatt, all of you, all of the team who actually performed for us as well and gave us some very quick tips on how to be good looking, how to be healthy, how to be mentally fit as well. So for all those who need to write to us on our Facebook page, which is with the name of World This Morning, on Twitter, World This Morning without a G, on Daily Motion and YouTube, World This Morning, and the repeat is going to be at 11:05 in the night. Till the next time, take care, good morning.